Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everybody? It's your man BG. We're at episode 9, the Rob and BG show.
What's up? What's up?
So, what's going on? We on my channel today, so I got some kind of hosting. Episode 9, just glad to be here, glad to be consistent. Glad there's a couple y'all rocking with us off the break. Shout out to that everybody that's just, in the building immediately soon as we go live. Today, I think we just kind of feel like talking. We got, of course, we're going to react to some content and we got some other things going on. But at the same time, guys, we just got some actual issues that may not be the most current issues, but I think it has a lot to do with the tech community and things of that nature. So today, we're going to divulge into that. But before we even actually get into that, what's up with you, Rob? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, bro. I'm just chilling right now. It's been a kind of relaxing day. I had edited a video. Shout out to I wonder if I can call out a case company, but shout out to the good people over at Crave. I want to give y'all a shout out. I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm editing the video and so sending out some cases for me. But for the most part, just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Yo, speak I really got some case videos I need to do, man. Shout out to the good folks over at Kadabe. Just not the, what I'm saying? I got some videos that I need to do, and I've been just kind of working and been kind of hectic. So I ain't really got to, outside of this, me and you doing our show, Rob, I haven't been producing as much content as I'm used to producing, and it's really bothering me. Like it's really bothered. Like I'm at the point in the game, like I really like doing this. So when I don't get to really do when I feel like I'm not doing my thing like the way that I want to do my thing, it bothers me. Like I'll be tired and like I need to go to sleep. I need some rest. But in my mind, I'm like, this is another day without a BG Tech Life upload, man. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just tired with tears in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't feel like that, man. Don't feel like that.
Maybe tomorrow I get something done. You know what I mean? I gotta really find me a solid workflow and lock in and get some tech up here. Like, hey, I got nice stuff like this. S26 Ultra cases from Kadabe, and they just, you know what I'm saying? They sitting here. No, this is not me. Normally stuff like this don't sit here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, so let me ask you a quick question. I know you real active on eBay. I don't know if we should be talking about the aftermarket of what we do with the cases, because we can't hold on to all these cases we get.
Right.
Is that wise to talk about that, or you think
we'll leave that? We'll leave that for
behind the scenes conversation.
Yeah, once we shut this down, we'll leave that for then. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to my guy Baylor in the building. Shout out to TJ in the building. Shout out to Sean O in the building.
What's good?
Sean laughing at us. Let's go. Shout out to my guy TJ. Everybody in the building. That's what's up. But yeah, so I just kind of I really want to we just chopped up a little bit with you, Rob, and see what you think, and see am I becoming too radicalized or not. That's what I want. I'm trying to see if I'm becoming too radical. Let me I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Man. I want to know, when it comes to certain things, I've been really looking at the tech community, just being involved in the tech community as a tech influencer, a tech reviewer, somebody that's just heavily in the tech, right? Paying attention. What do you think about some of these tech CEOs? Are they really being corrupted? Because me personally, let me just go off on my tangent, and then you can tell me what you think about this, or am I just going too far? Now, I look at this that's just a Jeff Bezos, Amazon, right? Now, we know Amazon is one of the biggest companies in this country. Amazon, everybody's spend money in the world. Spend money on Amazon. Amazon employs so many people. Amazon, Amazon is huge. Now we know the people that the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. We know his wealth. We know how much money. We know to a degree that this man got generational wealth till the end of time, literally. So at some point, right? Because I start to really get frustrated when I see some of the moves that these actual companies are making. Now, let's just say, all right, let's just say in this country right now, let's just talk about Amazon, United States. Now, us as the people, we make these conglomerates because we spend the money with them. So literally, this man is just ridiculously wealthy based off of consumerism in the United States, just the United States branch. So you think about it now, these companies, they hire so many people, they have so many employees, but in certain positions, AI is getting good now. So you have AI getting good, and you start to see them replace the workforce with artificial intelligence. Now, it's other actual things behind the scenes that I've seen these companies do also because I'm privy to that information. But you see AI start to take over a little bit. At some point, right? Do you say, all right, I'm so substantial in this economy, in this country, and because I employ so many employees, I set the tone for how employees are kind of treated. Now, when I get this AI technology that can replace so many employees or replace my people that do my code and or whatever, do I just fire these employees? Because these are the same people that make you rich. The same people that work for you is the same people, the working force in this country is the same people that hop on that phone on Amazon and randomly order shit, just like me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do I have to, should I be even, I feel like even not even just being morally correct, but sometimes when it comes to business, it's not good if everybody is unemployed and poor in the country because then nobody has any money to spend with me. You see what I'm saying? Right. Just like when we during the pandemic, they was giving money out. They was giving stimulus checks out because stimulus, it wasn't for us to really be stimulated with the money. It was for the economy to be stimulated with the money because if people not spending money, the economy could crash. Right. So do you think that worked two ways to a degree where a company should be worried about the greater good? Okay, yeah, I made 90 trillion dollars this year, but I'm gonna figure out a way to make 100 trillion at the cost of some people that some of the employees that I don't need no more. Like, is it a thin line right there, you think?
Well, yeah, it's a very thin line because you got to understand back in the day, this isn't the first time this has happened in history. All right. There was a time in the 20s and 30s when the rail system was getting going in this country, and they had the robber barons or whatever who were all in charge of these companies, and they were making obscene amount of money, and it was getting to the point where it was a big gap between the haves and has not, which is pretty similar to what we're going through now with the tech companies. So the government had a higher tax rate for those guys, and what happened in turn for those higher tax rates was that companies, like if somebody was being, I think the tax rate was almost like over 80%, 70%. I know, I gotta Google it, man. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like a very high tax rate that people tax these companies at. So when you're being taxed as personal income, the only way you can get like a tax break is invest in your company, like buy new equipment, make sure everything is up to date, pay your employees a decent wage. Those are things as a business owner you can deduct from your taxes. You know what I'm saying? So a higher tax rate on your personal income made you as a CEO invest in your company so you can get some money back on your tax on the tax end. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting everything in your pay. You know what I'm saying? It's like when if you got 3 or 4 kids, you didn't make much money through that year, but when it came time to file those taxes on those 3 or 4 kids, you got a nice check coming back. So that was almost I'm not really quoting it correctly, but that was pretty much the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? You tax these people. You don't believe in trickle down economics. Everybody said let the rich make the money, and then they'll create all these jobs, and the wealth will just trickle all the way down to the bottom. It has never happened in the history of this country where that type of stuff happened. But the thing about a lot of these companies that also is interesting to me, they're dependent on our trust. So, and what I mean by that, they need our information to make money. They need us to trust in them that they're going to be good stewards of our information. And let me give you an example of that. If you own like an Amazon Alexa, or if you own like one of those Google things, you're required to get those things to work properly is to give those machines so much of your personal information. So now you got to ask yourself, do I trust Jeff Bezos with this personal information that I'm putting inside this voice, Alexa thing, so it can supposedly make my life better. But on the back end, you're taking my information and selling it. If you kind of get what I'm saying. So it's weird that they want us to have this relationship with them. I'm kind of getting off subject, but it's kind of weird that these tech companies want us to have this relationship with them where we give them all this information in return for them having these little machines try to help make our lives better. But let me get back on. I'm kind of wandering off on the subject. But yeah, I really think that these companies need to be wheeled back in. I don't know how. Maybe you need to raise the tax rate up again, but it's really getting out of hand with the separation of wealth. I do remember stories about CEO only making like 30% higher as your highest paid employee. So if you made $60,000 a year, supposedly the CEO only made 30% above their highest paid employee. Now they're billionaire, trillionaires, and there seems to be no end in sight with their amount of money they want to make.
Right, and so let me let me actually get to that, and let me just shout out to everybody that just stepped in the building. We got LaShawn here. Big shout out to LaShawn. Big shout out to Philly Jazzy Jeff. Big shout out to B Floyd. I appreciate y'all coming through, fellas. Again, we got TJ in the building. We got who else we got in the building? We got B Floyd in the building. Sean, though, I appreciate y'all stopping through, gentlemen. But Rob is spitting. Rob on here he's a listen. That's why I got him under this 360 deal. Because when I was gonna start this show, I said, listen, Rob, I'd sign his paperwork and we just gonna start the podcast. He don't even know he under 360 deal. I'd have made already a couple $1,000 off of him. But that's for another episode. Anyway.
Hey, I found a quote that I was looking for while I was trying to talk, and I was kind of getting off. So I was looking for a quote that I found online. Okay, now it was this millionaire. I think his name was Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. is frequently cited for the sentiment that taxes are what we pay for a civilized society, emphasizing the role of taxes as maintaining social order and public benefits. So if you tie that into these billionaires who's not really willing to pay their fair share, they're not willing to contribute to a civilized society.
Right. I feel you. And but I also feel like now it might get ugly because I got some other stuff that I want to say. Right. Now, to these people, right, we got these ultra rich people because a lot of people, honestly, it's even these days, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100. The world's so fucked up. We got broke people that don't even have morals. Like these motherfuckers, you got people that don't have money that glaze money like they might get it one day. You see what I'm saying? Like you have people that they look up to trillionaires and billionaires and think that they don't need to have morals because they have money, even in a situation where they don't have money. Shout out to my man Alan Anthony in the building. He's got a lot of motherfucking money, but that's for another episode. But my thing is this, right? Like in the tech community, I don't understand why people glaze some of these motherfucking tech CEOs like a Elon Musk, who's a fucking I'm gonna say it, a racist. You see what I'm saying? Just a flat out racist, a flat out a damn near flat out Nazi. Why glaze somebody like him who's he got money, but at the same time no fucking character? And I really feel like somebody that a lot of these tech CEOs prior to, if you look years ago, they were so much more into humanity, but now of course new things going on, new administration, so they more worried about just they straight capitalism right now. And I don't understand people that just look up to them for the money. Like, bro, I don't even really think it's really good business to actually maximize your profit that much, especially when you a company so fucking big, you employ a big percentage of people that work in the actual place where you do business, because you want them to actually make some money so they can have some money to spend. That's how the economy works. We make the money, we spend the fucking money, and they, you know what I mean? A lot of the money end up right back at the top anyway, at a 1% or the 0.1%, without however you want to think about it. So it's just like it throws me off when you see what I'm saying? Like it's people that struggle, that's in the same struggle as me and you, that aspire to like really be like these motherfuckers that really are really into putting that like they don't have no actual morals when it comes to their business. I think so when they get to a point when you just getting so much fucking wealth and you are so at this point we got so many companies in this country that's like a fucking really as important as any entity of the government, because they make so much money and they create so much revenue and influence and all of that, that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, at some point you gotta look at it from a moral standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like
what was one of the problems is there's so many companies has consolidated under one person. Not necessarily one person in general, but example, Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. He owns Amazon. He owns a number of companies. He has a streaming service that's making major TV deals and what have you. It's like a consolidation of things under one or two people. Newspapers was never owned by billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Now they are. Rupert Murdoch owned a couple of newspapers. So therefore, when you're a billionaire, you can change a narrative and present stories in a slant, and media loses its independence of being able to just say what they want and not have to. And usually the CEO of these companies will just let that entity exist for its, for the purpose of, delivering information. But now you got the CEO who are these tech bros and what have you that are changing the narrative and now allowing media to do what they're supposed to do, which is to be a separate entity and serve the public interest. So those things is happening. So like I said, it's going to have to come a time where I think in the very near future, you're going to see a lot of breakups, a lot of things breaking up. you can't own this anymore. You can't own that right now. Local TV, there's I forgot the name of the TV network. TV stations are being consolidated under one family. I shouldn't be speaking on this unless I got some facts and information, but I'm not going to Google it right now. But yeah, it's just too many. It's just everything is that these billionaires and trillionaires are buying up all these movie companies, media, newspapers, and they're going to have to. They're going to have that, all that stuff. Got to break it up. The government is literally going to have to step in and break this up sooner or later.
Because at this point, they no longer just seeking all the money because they're making all the money. Now what they seeking is like power, control. Yeah, narrative change. But at the same time, they created another issue with that because a lot of like now nobody really believes the news. Like the news you watch, these networks that you watch on TV, a lot of people was like, no, I'm going on YouTube and watching my man Rob because he gonna break this shit down in a way where I know he not putting his spin on it. But a lot of the like people, that's a common thing now. Unless you 70 years old watching Fox Network, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, most people know, like, yo, everybody's putting a spin and an agenda on the news that we is getting. They putting that spin on it. They wanted to look a certain way. They want the fucking trick. Like we always now. If you are actual free thinker and you thinking, you always starting, you looking for the, okay, now let me look at the news at this station. Okay, I see what they and what direction they try to push me. Let me look at the news on the station. Okay, I see what they doing. Is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people now, the journalism is so big. You got YouTube channels doing, they putting out.
Well, independent journalism is the new thing now. I can name a few guys out there that's got more views than CNN, MSNBC. You know, you got Aaron Parnes, the Midas Touch. There's some companies out. There's some individual media person like Joy Reid who left MSNBC. You got Don Lemon. You got all these people who were once in corporate media has stepped away, and now they have bigger audiences than the actual news themselves.
All right. So exactly. So I just wanted to like kind of touch on that. I don't want to get too deep into that.
Yeah.
I know that everybody in here know that we can just go super deep on this shit right now and really get into this shit. But just my message to y'all, keep your eyes open. And money ain't everything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still not good business to glaze these tech CEOs just because they got money. Because if they not doing right with the money, at the end of the day, we the people. Yeah. So that's one thing that I've been really heavy on. Like, bro, like at some point, American, like people in this country gonna have to make some type of union because it's power in numbers. We make fucking millionaires and billionaires in this country off of, you know, the consumerism, off of our broke backs, pause. And then, you see what I'm saying? Then they get up there, get all that money, turn their fucking backs on us, fire us from our jobs and all this goofy shit. But I'm just saying, at some point, we got to look at it like that. Like, we got to watch who we put in power. Just not even the government, a tech CEO, a fucking, like a Jeff Bezos. That's something that people put in power. And when you watch, when people actually really follow through and boycott some of these companies, it really dictates some real change. And we will always, you know, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what color you are. If we all in a certain fucking tax bracket, we all got the same fucking problems at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck who you is. At the end of the day, you got I don't care if you look at me and you think whatever. If we in the same tax bracket, if we both got a household making under $150,000 or under $200,000 a year, we are in the same shit show. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too heavy into that. I just wanted to think about that on a minute, just a little introspective piece. But now we're gonna really move on to some delusional motherfuckers. What we're gonna talk about now is I kind of want to talk about the iPhone Fold a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I ain't really got into or really thought of too much. But yeah, let's talk we could talk a little iPhone Fold for a minute. And I just want to know, is anybody in the chat getting the iPhone 4 with the drop? LaShawn, go ahead and put that in the chat.
Why you gotta call LaShawn out?
Put that in the chat, LaShawn. Don't ask me am I copping. Don't ask me if I'm copping, LaShawn. Motherfucker, are you cop? You can't stop copping that shit right now. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't put me out there. The question is you copping? But yeah, shout out to everybody that is
it's the price, man. Them things supposed to come in over 2,000 or something like that. Well over like MacBook Pro prices.
Yo, it's gonna be, I don't know exactly. Let me pull up this.
It's like getting an iPad mini. You're gonna pay for a foldable iPad mini at the same price of a MacBook.
Let me see. Let me take a look. Yeah, you're right, Sean. America is a winner circle society. But like, if you're not but this the secret to it, right? America is a winner circle society. So I think you just, but you let me see. If you're winning, especially major, people will dick ride you. Pause. Okay. Now, with that being said, America is a winner circle society. So if you trying to put yourself in a winner circle and you not in a winner circle, the only position available is dick riding. And you know what I'm saying? That's really, if I'm out here, yeah, go Elon Musk, yeah, go Jeff Bezos, and you standing fucking next to me at work, that's the only position available because you're not a fucking winner when it comes to capitalism. You're just a capitalism dick rider. But all right, so let me put this story up, Rob. That was a good point, Sean. I appreciate that. And I ain't gonna add, let me see here.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Philly. I feel like we're paying all this bread for folds, and they don't even give you all the bells and whistles. Yeah, that's true.
Right, because are we gonna see anything new? So here we go, guys. Here we go. iPhone. Shout out to Easy Computer Solutions. iPhone users, iPhone fanboys, get your popcorn ready. Get your motherfucking or no, you know what he'll say right now? Get your Vaseline ready. But so we got the iPhone 4 here. And me personally, what I think about this is, I'm sorry, I don't even like I like my phone. Like I like no cap. Like I use an iPhone. Got iPhone 17 Pro right here. I do use the iPhone. There's things I like about the iPhone. So I'm not gonna say and just hate train on this motherfucking device at all. But I will say, like I thought about it the other day. The good thing about the iPhone is not the operating system, it's the apps. Like the iPhone operating system really is not shit to it for real, honestly.
Right.
That's what was the problem with the iPad for the longest. It's not a lot to it when it comes to the iPad operating. I mean, the iPhone iOS 26 or any iOS. There's nothing to it. It's paper thin. It's just apps. Now, iPhone has really good apps because they put the pressure on the third-party app makers and anybody that make an iPhone app. They make sure it work really well. And you know what I mean? So in that fashion, the device is a really good device. You know what I mean? In it being it's an app operating device. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, so when I think of a foldable, I think of a device that need an operating system that have a little bit more character. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think one of the reasons that Samsung Folds have been successful is not because of the way they made or not because of their actual build or anything like that. I think it's just that the actual Samsung has a really good operating system. One UI is really good, it's really feature packed with a lot of stuff, and it works really well. And now we've gotten to the point where hardware is so good, pause, that it's fluid. Like the hardware makes the software is fluid now. When Samsung was trying to do that thing, the shit was lagging a lot and having a lot of issues, even though it had a lot of features. So when you had an older Samsung device, you was always trying to find out a way to make it operate like an iPhone really smooth because it was kind of bogged down.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you're looking at like the features, if you look at the features that they got up there, book style fold, so it's supposed to be a little wider of a fold, a la the Pixel. I mean Google's Pixel Fold, 5 by 5 inches closed. So we're already talking about we're in
Minimalism. That's right.
minimalism. 7.8 inches open. Titanium aluminum frame. It's going to be using Touch ID. A20 with a starting 12 gigs of RAM, and this is the thing that's only an Apple sheet will purchase this because it's going to have a 2,000 plus price tag.
Yeah.
And again, if you got $2,000 to throw away, I think most people would rather throw it away on a MacBook Pro, especially when Apple doesn't really do anything special when it comes to being as a foldable. They don't have, no side panel. They don't offer anything like I don't know, maybe you think they're gonna have, like, if you plug it up, you can share your screen on how you got decks or something like that, or
no, because they have you on not cannibalizing at other devices.
right.
So you know what I'm saying? They have you on that. So they're not going to cannibalize. They're not going to make it too powerful.
They're
They
not gonna
will
give you a deck
gatekeep.
feature.
Yeah, they're gatekeep. They ain't going. They're not trying to do that. Let me see. Apple has been working on a foldable 2026 lineup, and basically they just doing everybody else homework because this shit has been done before. So what you getting is, now I'm not gonna lie, the iPad Mini is dope. So if it opened up just like an iPad Mini,
You
that
might well buy an iPad Mini for how much iPad Mini costs? Is $699.
is let me see here. Oh, let me take a look. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Okay, give me 1 second, Rob.
All right. So I mean, I just don't understand what an iPad Mini is going to cost. I mean, just because I can fold it and the phone becomes more pocketable, an iPad Mini is just as compact or has the same ability to not take up a lot of space as a foldable phone. It just would be a smaller form factor, but does that smaller form factor makes a bigger difference from a already, iPad Mini? So I don't know, man. I can't see paying $2,000 for something that will fold out. And when I use a foldable device anyway, it depends on your user case. Do you use it? How often do you use it unfolded in comparison to how much you use it folded? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I don't like phones that small. That 5.5-inch form factor when folded is a little bit on the smaller side. And to use it unfolded, again, like I said, I'm back to wanting the an iPad Mini. So, to me, I don't see any. I don't see the reason for it. I do know the Apple sheet is gonna fall all over it, and the way Apple kind of pushes a lot of their stuff to their public is not so much of a tech company. I saw this one video. This guy made an interesting analysis on Apple not being a real tech company. They more almost like a church, the way they push their products on people. And they're going to apply that same type of pressure with this fold. when it comes out. They're going to have you thinking that you got to have it. They're going to figure out a way to make you think that this is something you got to add to your to your ecosystem. So,
and I would say, how they gonna market this thing? Now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that may be the part there, because the iPad Mini was a device that became really popular. You see what I'm saying? Like that iPad, you got a lot of people that made videos that say that iPad was definitely one of the most popular, like their favorite iPad. It's my go-to iPad, my iPad Mini, this, that, and the third. A lot of videos like that.
right.
Like if y'all watch YouTube, y'all know some of the, when the iPad Mini, the latest one came out, people was like, this is my, a lot of EDC videos, iPad Mini starred in them. So now they're gonna say you got a phone that's also an iPad Mini. So now at the same time, value, you can go out here, you can get you an iPhone 17e for 500, iPad Mini, latest one, for something, and you had $900, and that's brand new out the store. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now, do you value having an iPad Mini? But I think they're gonna miss the mark with the software. I think they're gonna miss the mark with the software. I'm gonna be honest.
Unless only thing they can do different, and probably by the time they just try to do it, Samsung's gonna, they're gonna have maybe they need a different kind of Apple Pencil to holster into the fold or something. But like I said, Samsung is not known for being a when it comes to foldable, well, any phones they make as a productivity type of phone where you can scribble on notes and do all of this. I mean, unless you got an iPad, it just does. It is you can't convince me to pay $2,000 to do something that a cheaper iPad can do. Even if you do give it a Apple Pencil holstered into the foldable itself,
is a motherfucking app operator. That's what it is. When you think about it, you open the iPhone up, you unlock it, you see apps, and you open apps. Ain't no whole customization. They still running with fucking Siri. The iPhone is a app operator. That's it. It ain't no customization. I mean, they like, you know what I mean? They just getting to be able to fucking have a space without an app being there and simple stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's an app operator. Let's look at the look, like that's not it for me. But it looked like it will, because it's so wide. Pause. It will open up to an iPad Mini, just about possibly a 3D printed mock-up version. And so the inside rumors is going to be 7.6 to 7.8 inches. And that's probably going to give you that once you open these two once you open it up, once you open the hinge up, it's probably going to give you a iPad actual form fact. Does this look iPad-ish to you? No, it don't even look like the iPad.
It look like an e-reader.
Yeah, this shit kind of look disgusting. I'm kind of disgusted with this shit.
I'm just saying, if you see, here's my iPad Mini.
Yeah, it ain't that.
It's But I'm just saying, imagine you can fold this. This is only thing that's missing is I don't have a screen over here, but
I don't know. Yeah, this ain't it. I'm sorry, like, because it ain't big as an iPad Mini.
You got the Apple Pencil on it.
It's do it look, but I'm just saying, it's not giving me iPad Mini vibes. Like when I open it up and turn it around, I don't feel like it's going to be a dock at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? iOS 26 type shit going on. Like
it's going to be a tablet with a slightly better camera, because the cameras on the iPad, whether it's a Mini or a Pro, ain't really that great in the first place.
Yeah. Foldable iPhone colors. So they're going to stay away from fun colors. So you're going to get the traditional colors. No Face ID.
That's another mistake. I think they should come out the box. I think they should come out the box with colors because, again, if you stay away from traditional colors, you stick to the space gray and black. Again, you're making me think iPad Mini.
Orange, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes fun colors make a motherfucker buy a device.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like if you always used to like the gray and the muted devices or the space black and all that shit, and you come out with something a little different, differentiate that line, then it's gonna be something else. Let me see.
I think their biggest seller, if they came out with a second camera on that iPad thin one.
Yeah.
If they come out with a second camera on that, like a like a 50 megapixel one that can, and then make the other one a macro one. I think that'll sell more than anything because that phone sold even with that one camera lens. And I imagine, but a lot of people's biggest complaint was that it needed another camera sensor.
Yeah. I think they're gonna miss a lot of. It ain't really gonna do. I don't think it's gonna do too much, like I said, because I believe, first of all, if you like, all right, so we got the iPhone fanboys that's gonna glaze anything that Apple does. What was that headset called? What was that shit called? The Apple Vision Pro.
Oh yeah.
So we got the Apple Vision Pro bias. They all in on this motherfucker. Let me take that down. Apple Vision Pro bias is all in on the ugly ass iPhone Fold. I'm gonna just put that out there. Then we got the tradition. We got the iPhone truists, the traditionalists, the guys that still like that iPhone Mini from 6 years ago. They still walk around. You know what I mean? Yeah. They love iPhones. They got the iPhone that they love, their favorite iPhone. They know that what the favorite color. My favorite iPhone ever came out with, the color was Sierra Blue and all that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They not fuck. I don't think they're gonna fuck with it because if y'all stick to y'all guns, when they came out, when we start doing foldable phones over at Android, when we first started doing that shit years ago, y'all motherfuckers was saying this. Y'all was saying, "Oh, that's an ugly phone. Why would I want a phone that I have to open up?" Those are the type of statements that people that was buying iPhones was saying. When foldables first came on, they was like, "Why would I buy a phone that I have to open up? The iPhone is already open." That's the type of shit that people was saying when they was like trying to actually, when Samsung was trying to innovate and be like, "Yo, we're gonna give you a phone and a tablet." They felt like it was just too much that you had to open the motherfucker. Like, so to the Apple standard, this shit should be looking dumb as fuck. Also, let me see here. So now what are we really doing with this? Like, we're doing iPad type stuff with this. Like, bro, like I said, the iOS 20, anything that's got iOS on it is a app opening device. So it's nothing really cool about the device. You're not setting it up. You're not doing a whole bunch of slick shit with no AI. You definitely not doing a whole bunch of customization. You're not getting different launches. You're not what are we really doing with this except for all you're gonna do is sit there and maybe watch YouTube on your fucking lunch break with this motherfucker.
Everybody say you going in on it. I'll let your boy say, "Damn, BG, you going in."
I mean, listen. Holla at your boy. He feel the same type of way about that type of stuff, man. So I'm a reel it in because that's my guy, man. I'm my fault. Listen, I'm just saying, like, that motherfucker really just I don't know. I'm not going in on it, but I'm just like, yo, like, okay, it's powerful enough. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just not a foldable person. As somebody, I've never had a fold outside of Samsung. I had the Fold 3, the Fold 4, the Fold 5. the Fold 6. I tried those foldables out and came to the conclusion in my mind, I'd rather use, if it was time for me to actually use an actual, what do you say? If I need to use a tablet, I'd rather just grab my iPad or any Android tablet. I don't want, it's too, the foldable to me, it's just not enough screen. Like, I can easily carry around the 11-inch iPad. We got somebody else in the...
No. I put a video in there. I was gonna say, get your reaction to this guy because you going in, and I just want to know, do you share my man's same views? It's a quick video.
I'm putting him up.
At a coffee shop, and I overheard this guy telling his friend that he's trading his iPhone in for an Android. And his friend looked at him as if what he said was blasphemous. He said, "Why would you do that?" He didn't ask if the quality of the Android is better or to find out if his friend knows something that he doesn't. He was just in disgust, and that's when it hit me. Apple isn't a tech company. Everyone thinks Apple's a tech company, but it's not. Apple is one of the closest things we have to a modern day religion. Most companies compete on specs, features, pricing, but Apple doesn't even try to win those conversations. Because once you debating specs, you already lost control of the customer. Apple, they don't want you comparing, they want you believing. Just look at how they built their world. They didn't build their stores like a typical store. They built them to make them feel almost like a temple. It's clean.
So let me just break this up a little bit. So to this point, all right, shout out to my homeboy right here, motherfucker. And he's looking like somebody that's believable, somebody that's reputable. As you can see, Ralph Lauren quarters lip on. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're not getting this news from no dusty motherfucker. But now he's saying that Apple is a religion. So people just believe in Apple no matter what. Like you see what I'm saying? Like even if you start to talk about exact specs, like, okay, well, this phone can do this, or this phone can do that, or this phone has this spec, or this phone's battery life is this. They don't even want to hear it. And it's not like you saying you making anything up. We just talking specs because they believe in Apple. So it's at this point, the bond with their phone is more than just about actually it being a phone and doing what they needed to do. But they really believe in this shit. Like they, you know what I mean? This is part of, at this point, this shit part of them. You know what I'm saying? This is part of like their life. Like as far as the cell phone go, it's Apple.
If you say something bad about an iPhone, you're saying something bad about them.
Yeah, exactly. This is the shit that I really identify with. But we're gonna let this young man cook some more. Let's see.
Minimal, quiet. Most people don't even walk in to shop. They walk in to experience it. Even the way you open the box is intentional. It's slow, smooth, almost ceremonial. That's not packaging. That's a ritual. Then look at how they communicate. Steve Jobs didn't do presentations. He gave sermons. Same outfit, same stage, same tone. He wasn't just announcing products. He was reinforcing belief. And now every Apple event follows that same structure. And that's because consistency builds trust. And trust turns into loyalty. Then you got the ecosystem. iPhone, MacBook, AirPods, iCloud. Everything connects, everything syncs, everything just works. And once you win, leaving doesn't just feel like you switching brands. It feels like you starting all over. And most people don't leave belief systems. They'll justify staying in them. And you can see that conditioning in everyday behavior. Think about it. When you hear someone is leaving Apple for something else, your first reaction usually isn't curiosity. It's confusion. Like, why would you leave? You don't even ask what they're switching to. You question the decision itself. And that's deeper than just preference. That's conditioning. But it goes even further than that. When someone texts you and the message is green instead of blue, a lot of people don't even treat it the same. They hesitate, respond slower, sometimes even assume that it might be spam or less trustworthy. Same message, same words, but different color, which creates a different perception. And that's not.
So Apple was really, according to this young man, Apple was cooking on they mind fucked y'all on a whole nother level. For real. That's what he said. People that use iPhones is mind fucked to a totally different level because just the color. When you get a text on this and it's not blue, you look at it differently. Like you like, oh, is this like you think it's spam in your mind because it's not blue? You think the fucking text is spam, bro?
Yeah, I'm just saying, do you feel what he said? You kind of agree with it?
Bro, listen, I'm be honest as fuck with you right now. We got a family group chat. This is me 90% of the time. Android, Samsung. Bro, I had it. I was a part of the family group chat on this motherfucker. I wasn't getting messages. I was getting kicked out. Everything was coming through fucked up. I wasn't getting none of the videos, nothing. To get me back, to get in line, to get back in order with my family. They had to stop. They had to just like redo the whole group chat and put this number on there. Because you know what I'm saying? It's not because this phone can't do it. It's just because the iPhone is because Apple intentionally breaks shit to make it so you can't properly. First of all, they mindfuck the people that use the iPhones and think it's a problem because a person has an Android. Like they really like, and to a degree, this man cooking because and then they mentally think like if somebody enters the group chat with a fucking Android, to them it's a problem. Like they already and they know the problem. The problem is indicated by a green fucking bubble, and it throws everything off. So you got people because you went out and wanted to buy a phone with a 100 times zoom, a S Pen, goddamn different sensors, all kind of shit. They sit there and in their mind it's frustrating to them.
And when you tell them,
you're the problem.
But when you tell them, it's like it's hard to tell them also, Paul, that their display is made by Samsung. The AI they're gonna have in next year's phone is made by Google. You know what I'm saying? When you tell them that the majority of your phone wouldn't function properly if it wasn't for people in that Android space, then they just think Apple is the above all overall king of tech, and it's not based on any true information other than the fact that everybody has an iPhone.
Yo, for real, they not letting you get that off. Right. Like when you start talking, when you really start talking, like they not letting you. They're like, oh well. As soon as you start saying, well, yeah, because listen, you gotta shout out to LaShawn, man. You listen, bro. You're an Apple head now officially. It don't matter. I still got mad love for you, bro. I'm not with no other side, but I'm just saying how hard y'all Apple people is on the rest of the world. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of it all. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it is, B. Floyd. Like, I really think, like, I'm be honest with you. Like, I'm be honest with you. When they put RCS on the iPhone, remember, you have to turn that on. That's an option. When you go into the settings on your iPhone, you can toggle RCS on and toggle it off. So when you tell people with an iPhone, you can cut RCS on and it'll help you actually, the text messages and the messaging between the Android phone and the iPhone will be better. I think that they so mind fucked that they don't want it. They don't want to fix.
Right.
Because the only fix to them motherfuckers is your ass buying an iPhone. That's it. It's not about, they don't want it. They don't want it fixed. They want their club. iPhone is a very, like sometimes, not everybody, but some people have a very high school mentality about that shit. It seems like this is exclusive. I'm an iPhone user. I have an iPhone. I'm better than any motherfucker that have an Android. And this motherfucker could be using an iPhone 12 with a cracked screen. That battery health is at 50% and that charger don't work good. But because it's an iPhone, you can pull out S26 Ultra, brand new, Kadabe case, anchor charger, all of that. They look at this motherfucker like it's some $99 Metro PCS special.
Hey, you want to finish? Let them cook, or what you want?
Yeah, let me go ahead and let them cook, let them finish.
Not technology, that's psychology. And once a brand starts shaping your behavior, shaping your identity is the next step. Because Apple doesn't just
shaping your behavior. That's a behavior. Looking at that green bubble like that, that's a fucking behavior.
sell you a phone. They sell you a version of yourself. Creative, clean, premium, different. That's why people relentlessly defend Apple, even if they're wrong. Because at that point, you're not just criticizing the product, you're challenging their identity. Most businesses try to be better. Apple aims to be unquestioned. Once a company reaches that level, they're not competing for customers anymore. They just building followers. The strongest businesses, they don't just rely on solving a problem or attracting attention. Because if your business only solves a problem, you'll always be replaceable. The moment someone does it cheaper or faster, you done. But if your business becomes part of someone's identity, now leaving costs them something. Not money, but who they see themselves as.
That's it.
My man could a motherfucking serious. That was a serious cook right there on some ideology when it comes to actual iPhone and actual Android and just what's going on now. I mean, what y'all think? In these comments, what do y'all motherfucker think about this man actual outlook?
His analysis of iPhone Apple customers.
My man really, really just broke that shit down. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that was deep. He's right though. It's you them hardcore Apple users, man. They can be using the oldest phone in the world, and Apple sets it up like that. There's no challenge. There's no challenge to learn anything new. Everything is the same from phone to phone to phone to phone. That's why they don't even be in a hurry to get a new one most of the time.
Right.
And long as they getting updates, they just feel superior regardless. It doesn't matter if it's a new phone or not. And even in the media, like I would hear, it's kind of okay. Like when I'm at work, sometimes I listen to the radio while I'm going about doing my daily tasks. So I like to listen to Ricky Smiley. Okay. And he always got a funny joke because I think one of the guys or somebody got an Android phone. And he always cracking about how the Android phone ain't got, you must ain't got an Android phone, you ain't getting no calls. You must got an Android phone if you ain't doing this, or your text messages ain't coming through. You must got an Android. It's a running joke through his show, but me being a techie, I pick up on the actual bias and how that's, even though he doesn't really know one thing or another. He doesn't know about the things that we know about and how advanced Samsung phone is and how much Apple really relies on things from the Android side to make Apple improve or be better. But that bias that's free advertisement that Apple never has to pay for when they got the media on their side. And even though they're making these little sly comments in a joking manner, it's still advertisement for them as them being a superior product or being somewhat a phone that's culture, that's part of your culture, that's part of that you're more better than maybe somebody who might have an Android phone in a roundabout way, that under subliminal way of telling people that what is more superior than what they may have.
And that's I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some of the realest. Like this shit is not like, I feel like a lot of these companies, they out here, they making phones outside of Apple specs. You know what I mean? Right. They innovation. This is how they trying to draw customers.
Right.
But Apple has done introduced this shit into they done really, really figured out how to, at some point,
make you feel like you
realize, like we gotta just lock these people in, and we just lock in what we got. We can dictate what's going on, and that's why the ecosystem, you know what I'm saying, is set up the way it is. Because you heard the man say Once you go to something else, it's like starting over. And for a lot of people that don't know what they're doing as far as tech go,
right, exactly.
It's starting. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I got this.
Nobody wants to start over.
Phone now. How do I get my pictures? How do I get my contacts? Hold on, let me try to Ain't no transferring no fucking eSIM. Death row. You know what I'm saying? This death row. Ain't no transferring no eSIM from no iPhone to no fucking Android phone. That's an all-day thing right there. Soon as the motherfuckers in the store, you in the Verizon store. The customer service rep, like, hold on, I'm take this to the back. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? They fucked up.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So, hey, you want to shift the conversation towards AI before we close everything out, or
let's talk some AI. Let's talk some AI. And you got the video, right?
Let me go ahead and get it built up. But let me start off by saying that AI, to me, I think a lot of companies are trying in general to shift a lot of work towards AI. And I'm going to talk more from the creative space, where in the movie industry, a lot of people was worried about AI taking the place of actual actors at one time. And then when the actors put their feet down saying, look, we're not going to sell you. I'm not going to let you copy my image and then just make up movies with me in it based off of AI, and you get paid, and I don't see none of the benefits of it. I get paid one time, but you continuously making movies using my image, playing out these different roles in the movie. So a lot of time the actors and the people in the industry has stopped the movies companies from doing it, moving AI in that direction. So now they're moving it towards behind the scenes. And I saw a story, Marvel let go 1,000 people in their creative space that does things like backgrounds, build out stories and what have you. But you can run the video real quick, and the guy does a good explanation of explaining what Marvel kind of did, and how I think that's not going to be a smart move in the future. I kind of tell you how I feel about it after the video.
Right. Bet that. So let's go ahead and run this video real quick. And shout out to B Floyd. Yeah, it's funny. Everyone uses Gmail, but somehow your data can't transfer between devices. That shit crazy to me. It's because they don't want it to. At the end of the day, they don't fucking want it to. So that it is what it is. All right. So let me actually get this pulled up.
Boom, boom. Just laid off about 1,000 people this week, and one of the hardest hit.
Hold on, let me start it over because it jumped to the middle. All right, guys. So listen up, guys, because this is definitely it's definitely a message in this shit.
Disney just laid off about 1,000 people this week, and one of the hardest hit divisions is Marvel Studios. Nearly the entire visual development team is gone. These are the artists who designed the looks of the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Daredevil. Many had been there for over a decade, and only a skeleton crew remains to coordinate hiring on a per-project basis. One of the laid-off artists posted a photo of his HR exit meeting held in the conference room with his own Loki mural painted on the wall. The irony is just astounding.
So what they're hoping is that AI can be creative enough to replace people. But creativity from a person who's an artist about what what they good about what they doing, a machine don't know how to create art. You can tell it what you want it to create, you can tell it what you want to make it look good, but basically it's going to just copy and paste what it remembers that you told it and reuse it over and over again. And I think in the long run, you're going to start seeing, like, you ever see a AI video and you could tell it's AI because, the person might have like 6 fingers, or you know what I'm saying, there's something off about it and what have you. You're going to run the risk of these companies. This kind of go back to what we talked about earlier about greedy CEOs trying to just cut and paste things from previous movies and stuff, and then trying to rework it to try to fit a whole new movie. And you might be looking at something, you got people who can look at something and say, hey man, I remember that building in a Batman movie. Now it's in a Avengers movie, or I remember this in a certain kind of movie, and now they're using it in this movie. You know what I'm saying? You lose that creativity if you keep using AI. AI is just a tool. It shouldn't be the main thing that's creating the movie. It should be something used to add to it. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree with you. Shout out to Phone Tech at Work. Some of these Marvel AI clips are better than the actual movies. Comments said, I mean, definitely.
It took somebody creativity. The AI just didn't up and do it itself.
No, right.
Somebody with a creative inspiration, with all these ideals, set that in motion. AI just didn't do it, but it took a creative person to make it happen. You get what I'm saying?
I feel, because like I look at AI like this. It's basically everything that we've trained it to do. And it was not with everything that has been trained to do, it can't move the actual goalpost or the flag forward. You know what I mean? Because a lot of creativity is based off of the best creative things that you probably seen or came across was created by people that were inspired by something they've seen.
Right. Or their imagination. Some people imaginations.
And then you're right, Rob. Like their imagination combined with their training, their experience, and to the way that they can actually sit there and paint that picture. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It can't be out. Like it's no like I said, is no moving the goalpost forward. Like just like last week we talked about all the shit that happened in the 90s, and we sit here right now. Instead of moving the goalpost forward, movies being funnier, sitcoms being funnier, music being better. You see what I'm saying? Right. We sitting here trying to remake the shit that was great that they did. Another, you know what I mean? We just trying to put a remix on it because it's like we can't beat the shit. So if you don't nurture those same type of individuals, if you don't nurture creative individuals and you think everything can be done via chat GPT or AI, that's one thing. Just like a lot of times, like our podcast, you know what I'm saying? Our show, you know, I like to play with the AI sometimes without thumbnails, but you know what I'm saying? There's only so much that shit can. Oh, hold on, I done hit a damn button. But anyway, it's only so much shit that AI can do. You see what I'm saying? Right. So like it's fun because I could put us in different places, and I try to make thumbnails that are like current. Like so, like when when current events happen, I try to make a thumbnail for us that's with AI, that's with shit that's going on right now, whatever. Right. But at the end of the day, like it'll never be as creative as something I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I've really sat there and thought about like any video that like outside of this actual thing that we do together, this live stream, like when I'm trying to make my best phone review, I'm not going to make a AI thumbnail. Like, I'm sorry, like a lot of people is using AI for thumbnails, and I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of these fucking thumbnails is looking the same. Everybody like they got the same fucking thumbnails right now because everybody running the chat GPT and using fucking thumbnails. And you know what I'm saying? No, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I understand about the time constraints of making the YouTube, recording the YouTube video, editing the YouTube video, trying to create a thumbnail and doing that on repeat, trying to get into the algorithm. But at the same time, like you could tell that you know what I'm saying? Like it's motherfuckers out there that make the best thumbnails, and AI will never make the thumbnails that they make. Like is a guy. Oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. He don't make a whole bunch of videos, but bro, he make some of the best thumbnails that you will ever see. Like, it's the cleanest desktop thumbnail that you will, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, AI, it just shortens the process. You know what I'm saying? Don't put that video up yet, but AI just shortened the process of things that it used to take us longer to do. Now, I ain't mad at it shortening the process. It's almost like when you like when cartoonists make cartoons, the art form is to draw each sheet with a movement at a time. You know what I'm saying? Till you built out an entire, animated animated form, whatever you're going to make with it, whether it's a movie or a cartoon or a TV show. And AI just shortens that process. It doesn't necessarily makes it bad. It just shortens the process of going about doing it. So I mean, like, people are getting creative. I uploaded a video of this one guy's TikTok, and he uses AI with his son, and he creates like different movies, like iconic movie scenes from AI. And that right there, how you use AI, how he uses it is creative in a sense, whereas I don't think AI on its own could do. I mean, it probably could do it, but everything has to be prompted through. You have to prompt AI to create. And like I said, if you don't have imagination, like we were talking about earlier, AI is just, just, I don't know what you want to say it's called, but it's just another tool that's waiting to be used in the correct manner, I suppose.
Well, I'm gonna just say this. Like, shout out to everybody in the chat. Of course, LaShawn, like, of course, people use AI. Like I just said, me and Rob use AI for this shit. We use it for our thumbnails, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, at the same time, is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I really, like, let's say, like, I really like what me and Rob do, but like, let's say I really went out here. Let's say I made a day in the life video. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I really went out here, went on vacation, made a week in the life, and I really put my best into it. Used my best camera, recorded the best footage. Just, you know what I'm saying? Had some of the best views, everything in the video. I'm with the time dedicated and the actual scenery that I'm at and all that type of stuff. At that point, I'm not using AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I really dedicated my time to something and there's a video that I feel like I really poured into, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a real, like, you know what I mean? I got plans for videos to come that I think are going to be really dope. And I know that I'm going to, when it comes time to make the thumbnail, I got to dig deep in here. You know what I'm saying? Because AI is not going to do it for me. Now, I understand, like, some stuff, like, and it's not about saying that what me and Rob doing right now, oh, I don't give a fuck, so I
use AI sometimes to make thumbnails, so I mean, I ain't,
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying, Rob. Right. It's you know what I'm saying? So, and then at the same time, people use AI with a combination of actually editing the AI thumbnail.
Well, yeah, that too, yeah.
And I appreciate AI being able to, like, let's say I want to be able to use my face, but I want to be able to hold the phone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That also, is a tool at the same time. So the combination, you can combine creativity with AI. But certain shit I'm gonna do, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come from, you know what I mean, here with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I got that type of actual, you know what I mean? If this, I think like our podcast or what we doing right now, going live, I think the biggest thing about what we doing right now is consistency.
Right.
So You know what I'm saying? Our little AI thumbnails is cool and it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it saves me time, man, and it helps me get creative. But hey, run this video. I like my man's stuff. I'm gonna see everybody if y'all think this video funny. Watch how he uses AI with his baby son.
$150, go buy you an 8-ball. Flip the 8. Take the $150, go buy you an 8-ball. Flip the 8-ball, you're gonna make $300 off that. Take the $300, get you a quarter. Take the quarter ounce, flip that, take the half-ounce money, flip the half-ounce money, now you're ready for an ounce. Got a quarter key now. Now, everybody in the neighborhood got on new sneakers and walkie-talkies. Everybody is working for you. You're doing your thing and everything.
All right.
I hope the feds ain't watching this. I'll call you back.
Now, with something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like it, you know what I'm saying, with the comedy type, you know what I'm saying, aspect of it, because it's right, you know what I'm saying, it's funny, but I like it for that, like, for, you know, endlessly scrolling, you just want some shit to laugh at night. That's that's dope. But let's talk about for a minute, let's talk about the deep fakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk
Instagram models.
Let's talk about the deep fakes here. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like yeah, that's all good and everything. But what about, you know what I'm saying? Like when they really when they painting these narratives, when they painting these actual pictures of people or having people doing shit that they're not supposed to do, but it really ain't them. It's a damn deep fake. Or
NBA Matt Barnes got fooled by a AI model on Instagram, and he DM'd it, and it turned into a big controversy that he didn't know he was messing with and then somebody on the other end trying to scam him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you're right about them deep fakes. You got to watch them.
Yeah. So AI is good, but then at the same time, it's got a whole nother different inland. It's a different aspect to it that we definitely have to watch out for, especially like, I don't want to touch on it, but like politics, shit like that. You know what I mean? Because paying narratives.
Right.
Like I see it was a lot of people like it was a narrative going around that it was an actual TikTok thing with like it was some kids threatening the president, saying that they was going, you know what I'm saying? Like it was supposed to be like YNs threatening the president, but it really turned out it was really AI, and it was just some AI stuff that they took a video they took, but they actually took it of a real guy, a real young guy, a real dude. They took his video and made it say some other stuff like, oh, well, we going to the White House and we're going to do this, that, and the third. And now look at the confusion and the type of, you know what I'm saying, situation something like that could create. You know what I'm saying? Or the narratives. Look, you know what I'm saying? Now you got everybody looking at that phone saying, they're trying to kill our president. We're going to get those boys. You know what I'm saying? So, but that all it took is one person that has the power of something like AI to use it in a negative way to incite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's been times in motherfucking history where shit has happened to people, especially people of a certain demographic, because of a lie.
Right. So in other words, everything it has to be. It's going to have to be regulated. It's soon enough. It's got to be regulated. I mean, It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I was just thinking about that.
All right.
Well, Rob, we done hit 9:21, guys. 9:21 on the PM. You got anything else you want to share with us, Rob?
No, we're good, man. I think we're gonna be all right. I think we did enough in this show.
All right. Well, that's dope. I'm glad that you think we did enough. As one of my employees, I'm glad to say as my artist signed to a contract.
Okay.
I'm playing, but
my 360.
Yeah, your 360 deal. But man, shout out to everybody that came through tonight, man. I really enjoyed this live stream, man. This was just about just really getting it off your chest and just talking some good tech, talking some good current events, talking with my uncle here, Rob. You know what I mean? And it was I really had I enjoyed you, Rob. Pause. And I enjoyed everybody that came through. Shout out to again Sean O, Philly Jazzy Jeff. Shout out to LaShawn. Holla at your boy. He's got a dope live stream also and a YouTube channel. He's an Apple fanboy, but definitely making dope content.
You're always giving those little shots, man. Those little rib shots. You can't
like that.
Little body shots.
LaShawn he like me to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, that he's the Apple guy. But shout out to Mr. Allen Anthony in the building, my guy. Shout out to all the members of Team 100. Shout out to the Tech Gentleman. Shout out to Forbes. Shout out to the Android stud, man. Hope y'all catch this on the replay. Gotta love the love for y'all boys. B Floyd definitely came through. I appreciate that, my brother.
Chicago
Herp definitely came through. Appreciate the love, my brother. My man Mario came through. I appreciate the love also.
Shout out TJ.
Yeah, shout TJ. I just shouted TJ out.
Oh, bad. Baylor 3894. Appreciate you.
Yeah. But look.
Y'all gonna be a running gag probably. I can see that coming.
My man Forbes in the hey Forbes, you gotta watch it from the top of the top, my brother. Shout out to my brother Forbes, man, in the building. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But this is the Rob and BG show. We 9 episodes deep. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
But we 9 episodes into this actual live stream. And we've been consistent. I like that, man. So
shout out to Forbes for the $5 diaper money. You need to hold on to them $5, Forbes. You got them grandkids over there.
Shout out to the super chat is wide open. Definitely appreciate that from my guy Forbes. $5 holla. Apple done converted LaShawn. I mean, we just come on, LaShawn. We know
this gonna be a running gag. Why? It's just go
like the apple juice. That's how
he ain't gonna come over here, man. You keep coming after him.
You like the apple juice, LaShawn. You know what I'm saying?
or he gonna bring you on his show and he gonna blaze you. Watch.
You can't blaze me. Listen, I'm the most interchangeable tech enthusiast out there, so I do it all. Pause. Even though Samsung #1, I am a Samsung Knight, Samsung stand up. But so it was a good night, man. I appreciate y'all. Definitely a good one. Episode 9. Next week, episode 10, we gotta do something big, Rob. Episode
man, but we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this.
Okay, all right. We're gonna talk about it. But episode 10 coming up. It's gonna happen. It's
gonna happen. But remember, we talked earlier about this. I'll go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, y'all, we out of here, man. I'll check with y'all later.
We ain't taking nothing off. I'm still happy. Episode 10 is gonna happen. Yay! Episode 10 coming up. But we're gonna go ahead and stream y'all. Peace. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. We out.
All right.